Hey guys, today I'm going to show you a wonderful breakfast idea for Christmas morning breakfast. It is my baked gingerbread French toast with warm cinnamon syrup. I love this recipe idea because the whole thing can be prepped the night before and all you have to do is get up and bake. How easy is that? Now for all of you that are signed up for the Entertaining with Beth subscription box, this is the recipe that came in December's box. You might remember it was the one that featured the marvelous breakfast cozy from the Basket Lady. Well, I wanted to make sure you guys knew that in your inserts, you will find a postcard from the Basket Lady, and there you'll find some of my favorite picks from their website. And they're offering a 10% coupon code, so if you didn't see that, make sure you take advantage of the discount. All right, let's get to the French toast. So in a large mixing bowl, you want to crack in 12 eggs, 2 cups of heavy cream, 1 cup of whole milk, and then you also want to add 1/3 cup of sugar and 3 tablespoons of molasses. And then you can whisk that up until everything is combined. And then we are going to add some of these delicious spices, and these are all the spices that really make, in my opinion, a fantastic gingerbread flavor. We're going to do a tablespoon of ground ginger, a tablespoon of ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of allspice, 1 teaspoon of ground cloves, and 1/2 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. And then you're also going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Then you can whisk that all up until everything is incorporated, and now you'll have a beautiful gingerbread mixture on your hands. You can set that aside, and then we're going to take out our 13x9 Pyrex casserole dish. So this is the dish that fits in the basket cozy from the Basket Lady, and it's going to make our presentation of this French toast so beautiful. So then for our bread, you really have a choice. You can use either brioche or challah bread, whatever you can find at the store that is a dense, thick egg bread. So we're going to slice it down the middle vertically, and then we're going to slice it horizontally. And this recipe takes a loaf and a half. So you do want to make sure you get enough because that's what you're going to need to fill a Pyrex casserole. Now don't worry that the bread is all different sizes at this point because it actually really helps to be able to tuck in the little pieces where you might have some gaps. I also think it's what makes this dish so beautiful in a kind of rustic way is that all of the bread is a little bit haphazard, and when you then dust it with the powdered sugar after it's baked, it really is beautiful. Almost looks mountainous, like a snowy drift somewhere. Then you want to spray your Pyrex casserole with a little bit of baking spray because this can be a little bit sticky. And then you're going to pour in the batter. Then taking the slices of bread, you're going to dunk the bread on both sides in the batter. And then you start to line up the bread against the dish, just creating kind of upright slices all the way along. This is a bit of a messy part, but this is why you want to do this the night before. And in fact, you really want to do this the night before so that that bread can soak up all of the egg custard and create a really moist inside. If you did this maybe an hour or 2 before, it wouldn't have a chance to really soak up, and then your French toast can tend to be a little bit dry. So it's all the better if you do it the night before. And as I said, it'll look really messy and haphazard, and you'll think, ooh, this kind of looks like a mess. But not to worry, when it bakes, it sets, and it's going to look so beautiful once it's baked. So don't worry if it doesn't look so great right now. It's gonna look better in a minute. And then once you get to the very end and you have like maybe an inch or so left, don't worry, just go in there with the slice and kind of get it to have all the batter on all sides, even if you have to kind of turn the bread or spoon the batter over the bread, just until it really fits in nice and snug. And then one final thing I like to do is just take some paper towel and kind of clean up the edges a bit, just so that it's nice and presentable when you go to put it in the oven, because this will be the dish we're going to bring to the table ultimately. Then you can cover with aluminum foil and pop in your fridge overnight. Then you can also prep the syrup ahead of time, which is also great. So in a medium-sized bowl, you're going to add 1 cup of pure maple syrup, 4 to 5 pieces of orange peel, which you can do simply with just a potato peeler. I like to get a good, chunk and then plop it in the syrup. And as it sits there overnight, the syrup will be infused with this beautiful orange flavor. 2 tablespoons of raisins, which you can definitely leave out if you're not a raisin person, and 1 cinnamon stick. Then you can cover that and put that in your fridge overnight. Then when you wake up on Christmas morning, watch how easy this is. You're going to remove the cover from your casserole. Then you're going to pop in the oven at 350 degrees for 30 minutes. Then you'll notice the toast will start to become brown, but it'll still be kind of eggy inside. So then what I like to do is then cover it for an additional 25 to 30 minutes, just so that that egg custard has a chance to set and bake through. And then meanwhile, you can heat your syrup. You're going to transfer the syrup into a small saucepan. And I let it go for anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes, just to make sure it's really hot and warm through, but also to get all of those oils in the orange and for that cinnamon stick to start to flavor that syrup even more. And then once the French toast is fully baked, you can pull it out of the oven, allow it to cool slightly, and then you're going to transfer it into your basket cozy. Now, if you want to know where to get this specific basket cozy, I will leave a link in the description. Or if you don't have a basket cozy, just make sure that you're using a trivet when you bring this to the table. And then the final step is to dust the whole casserole with some powdered sugar. And then you can transfer your syrup into a gravy boat and then bring them to the table and watch everybody ooh and ah. There is something so festive and beautiful about this dish on Christmas morning. Just all of that billowy French toast, the powdered sugar, and of course that warm cinnamon raisin syrup on top. I hope you guys give this one a try and let me know what you think. Subscribe for more recipes, and I will see you back here next week with a fantastic main course idea for New Year's Eve. Until then, bye.